You're listening to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant.
What's up? It's Kel, and it's Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. Trufants, what's up? How you guys doing?
Chilling.
We're here. How are you?
I'm good. Yo, all right. We have a very, very interesting email from a gentleman that I'm feeling for right now. And we have to jump straight into this because I remember we've been doing this for a while now. Maybe 2 years ago, we briefly spoke on this in an episode, but we never got into the details of it. And we finally have an email from somebody that's dealing with it and wants our help. So you guys ready?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. My wife vents to her family about every little disagreement we have. All right. Yeah. So this has made his relationship with her family awkward. Her sister will often make comments under her breath. He's told her that this bothers him plenty of times, and he heard her tell her sister the other day how she's irritated that he took a side gig door dashing because she was concerned that he wasn't making enough money. He said, "Damn if I do, damn if I don't. I just want our business to be our business, not the entire family's. What should I do?"
Cold game.
Well, you might have to find somebody else.
Damn. Not 0 to 60 just like that. God damn.
I mean, I don't think there's anything he can do because that's her family. Obviously, that's her, which it's really a biased opinion about everything. But that's her therapist. They're her therapist, her friends, her family, somebody that you can talk complete shit about your spouse to. And, they're going to keep it within the family. So
it don't even sound like they keeping it behind closed doors, though. It's like they act like he's not even in the room is what I'm getting. And I think that's totally scandalous.
I mean, okay, so Kel, you said that they're talking shit about him while he's sitting there in the room.
Well, he overheard them, so obviously they're not trying to be quiet is what I got from it. Maybe I'm wrong,
I think he might just be so sensitive. He's they might not even be talking about him.
So now he's sensitive. You see how it goes?
I'd be sensitive too. If I knew that you were telling your family everything. Well, the great thing about Marcus is he tells no one nothing. He doesn't really talk. So
Assassins.
All my secrets
Creed,
are safe with him, or
murder.
All my
Jason
shortcomings.
Bourne-esque. I'll never crack.
So I don't know.
I think it's pretty disrespectful. Foundation of relationships, trust, respect, things like that, especially for men. We like to feel like we're respected. We need respect in order to go through our man stuff, right? So
you deserve respect. It's not to feel like you're respected. You deserve.
Right, but
you should be respected.
This young lady, to me, is not respecting her man's wishes. He's asked her to stop on numerous occasions, still going, doing her thing as if he's not, as if they don't have a partnership, right? They're supposed to be a team, and she's not playing team ball right now. So, like you said, Jess, maybe it's time, but maybe it's time.
Not like that.
For an ultimatum. No, ultimatum. Yeah. Okay, you can't stop this. This really bothers me. I need you to change this. Or a lot of things are going to have to change, right?
Right.
It's not a threat, but it's a suggestion. How you say that?
Suggestion. So I wonder, all the things she's talking about, are they just all negative?
Probably. She's a woman. Psych. I'm joking.
What the fuck does that mean?
I'm just joking, guys.
Anyways,
that was a joke.
No, he ain't.
If we're negative, it's because you guys ain't doing your shit.
It sounds like she's pretty negative to me. She's complaining about him not making enough money.
Remember what we said. Sometimes when you're miserable,
right,
you go and complain to people that can share that misery and embrace that misery and you know, if she's constantly complaining about her dude, I don't know, naturally, I'm assuming you're a bit miserable in your relationship. And you can't complain about your dude all the time and be in a good relationship. I don't think that really goes hand in, especially to other people, including your family. Do you see what I'm saying?
I do.
It's like sometimes negative feeds off negative, right? And if she's bringing all this negativity to her family's probably giving her the negative response that she wants and is reinforcing her behavior. So she keeps doing it.
You know, we talk about this though, Jess. We talk about people that need negativity to
they
feel
need the drama.
They got something going on in their lives. I gotta have something going on. Oh, he pop.
Right.
Ain't
it's
doing this and ain't doing that.
In some people's personality,
they're getting the feedback.
It's like second nature. Yeah. They just come, and that's how they bond with their family. That's how they're like.
Yeah, that's
so I take that back. She might not be miserable. I kind of said that wrong. It's just that sometimes people thrive off of drama, and like you said, Kel, I'm a master at complaining. So, you know, complaining to her family, she's probably getting the feedback that she wants. And she doesn't give a fuck
about what her dude says.
About what her
which
dude
is
says.
Scandalous.
It is.
But he has to adhere
married?
to her.
Yes,
it doesn't matter.
Oh, well, no.
It matters? I don't think it matters.
Your dude, your husband should come before your family, right? Is that even a thing anymore? Is that like old school mentality, like
it's
biblical?
Kind of old school, but you there is a pecking order though.
Type shit. But I feel like I want you to put me first, right? That sounds shitty though. I want you to put me before your family.
It's not like put someone before your family. Your person is your person, right? Your spouse is your spouse, and you're supposed to put 100% into them. And then, okay, you know.
His wishes trump your family's, right? Trump your wishes. Well, no.
It's hard to say.
What he wants should trump.
You should want to do everything
the family,
for
what the
your
family wants,
mate.
Which is clearly her to come and talk shit about her dude.
Right. I just don't think it's a good look. I don't like it. I don't like the whole thing.
I don't like it either.
Even if it was reversed, if it was the guy that was going back to his mom or his brothers and somebody kind of breaking down his girl like that, I don't like it either. I think that's a good look.
It's kind of like, it's emasculating too, to do that and be just popping off at the jaw, especially if he's right in the room.
And then he's supposed to come back and you're supposed to be his everything and he's supposed to treat you like a queen and all this stuff, and you breaking him down consistently and he keeps asking you to stop. This relationship could be short-lived.
Well, back to my point that I said, scratch that. Maybe she's unhappy. Maybe she's miserable. And this is like the only thing that she knows how to do is complain to her family.
Or she's subconsciously trying to end the relationship.
Ooh.
Do you guys think at all with the complaining and, you know, how some folks love to complain and like that's just, they like being in the mix
that's
of all. Well, no, the difference, the thing is though, Jess, is like, you're not an insecure person though. What I mean is those people that like want to be in the mix and everything, that always want to be in the drama, that seems like insecurity to me. Do you guys think maybe she can be like a little just insecure about herself, so she does run to her family for that reassurance because she's insecure, and they put that battery in her back?
Yep. It's deflecting. And she could very well be insecure, and all of her insecurities she's pushing on to him and deflecting from her own issues, and she's pushing it on to the family. And she might be the one that he should probably be talking shit about her to his family. So yeah, it very well could be an insecurity thing and projecting onto others.
Which is not good. Projecting, feeling like she needs to get in front of things. So let me go and run and talk to my folks because I'm kind of embarrassed about it. My dude is not really doing the thing that I'm seeing on social media and all this kind of stuff, right? So let me get in front of this. He has to get a Uber Eats job, and so I'm gonna talk about him. I still love him, but I'm embarrassed about it.
But what is she
right?
doing though? That's the thing. Yeah. So
he doesn't care. He loves her. It doesn't matter what she does. It's the energy I'm getting from this young brother.
That's why do you think the email was sent? Because he loves her regardless?
Yeah, she's continuing to talk shit about him. But he's still riding with her though. And he's not talking about her. In the email, he didn't say, yeah, this girl ain't really about nothing. All she can do is sit on the couch and all she do is talk about me. He said that she's just saying some things to the family and I would like her to stop.
But Marcus, he does sound fed up though, because he said, damn if I do, damn if I don't.
But he's keeping it in the pocket though. To me, from the email, it sounds like this young man got patience. He's continuing to ask. And yeah, of course he's fed up at this point because he's calling us for help, right? So he's fed up,
calling the wrong people.
He sounds like he's been through it. He's patient and you can only take so much, right? So,
I was going to say his patience is going to run out and he might come across her face.
Damn it.
In front of her family.
Hey. We don't promote that on the show. Or do we?
Like, do you guys think, like, it's foul to go and tell your business to your family about your spouse and, like, not think of the repercussions of how your family's now perspective is going to be on your spouse when they see this person? Like, out of just respect for your spouse, like, hey, I don't want it to be weird at Thanksgiving dinner, you know? So maybe I should just keep this to myself because now I have given my version of the story to my sister or to my cousin. And so they're running with that, not knowing the other side of the story. So now this person looks crazy every time they show up to the family functions. And then it almost makes you look both crazy as a whole, in my opinion, right? Because you complaining about them and you're saying they're so bad, but you're staying with them. But then when they see this cat, it's like, oh, well, fuck him, but you're still with them. So you're both crazy. I don't know.
Their family probably doesn't think they're both crazy. They probably just think he is a low-life loser. But you are right. Her talking to her family, her sister, whatever, it plants a narrative and they take it and they run with it. And they're like, they're probably all sitting at the table for a family dinner and they're like, this piece of shit motherfucker over here, like literally talking about him. But you know what? It can also backfire too. She tells them something and then something goes down between the two of them. And the sister's like, nah, but you told me blah, 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 blah. And it could backfire as well.
People that do that, though, I don't think they look at the big picture.
She's not looking at the big picture, clearly.
No way.
Instant gratification. Let me get my side of the story out, paint myself to be better than I am, and put my partner down. So it's a short-term type of situation. And those type of people I'm not very fond of.
I know.
At all.
I know. Again, it can really backfire.
Right.
I'm telling my sister that you ain't shit and blah, 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 blah. And then when something happens maybe and I try to defend you, she's going to gently pull out all of the information.
All the receipts.
Well, you said, and so it can just get really ugly. And like you said, she's not seeing the big picture.
Right.
And she's really, I don't know. It's almost like a selfish thing to do.
Oh,
to do
hella
that.
selfish. Yeah. And
disregard of feelings. And
I know we like to call men dogs, et cetera, but stuff like this is like a lot of us are, but this pushes men in to the arms of other women. I'll say it.
Now,
I'll say it.
If we have learned one thing,
listen.
Nobody can make you do anything.
Let me get my thought out.
Let me get my thought out. That beats the shit out of their child. You made me do it.
Let me get my thought out.
No, you have no fucking self-control.
You are setting the table. You're pushing this man, for Miss Wanda at the job, anybody at the grocery store that's going to be a little nice, that's going to treat him better, that's going to respect him just a little bit, for his mind to wonder, if you're not getting it at home and you're consistently being disrespected, emasculated, et cetera, it's only a matter of time.
Well, how do you know that this woman that is accepting him with open arms ain't going to do the same down the road? I don't know. He might have a type.
She's already gone, as far as I'm concerned.
He might have a type and he doesn't even realize it.
She's already gone.
He gets with another woman that's like, oh, in the beginning, and then next thing you know, the bitch is doing the same thing.
Jess, you really, because we've talked about this before, because I remember you said, like, it's a choice if you decide to cheat, which ultimately, yes, it is. But you don't think at all that there's triggers that can push a person to slide the other way?
Yes, but that's when you leave the other. If you're feeling like you want to slide the other way, slide the fuck out of the marriage first.
I believe it. If you beat a man down in that way, you disrespect him, you talk bad about him behind his back on a regular basis, and then... No,
it's to his face too, I guess.
It opens the door. It opens the door. So I think it's disrespectful.
First of all, crybaby, suck your fucking thumb.
Hey.
First and foremost.
Men got feelings too. And you guys want us to open up and talk and be open, but then when we do, it's like, oh, go cry me a river and all this shit.
No, you're basing this off of him not feeling like he's being respected. So
he said, damned if he does, damned if he don't. So he's beat down right now.
Like we said in a previous podcast, nobody can drive you to do anything. It's like parents spanking their children. No, you made me do it. No, motherfucker, you have no self-control. And it's the same with cheating. It's no self-control. It's a choice. It is a want. You don't cheat just, oh, she pushed me to cheat.
Or he pushed me to cheat.
Like I said, slide on up out of that marriage.
People don't do that, though. People are scared of that. People don't want to face the music in most situations. So they build up courage. They call themselves, okay, I'm not cheating. I'm just having conversations. Or I'm just going to dinner. I'm just texting.
You're just going to dinner.
Whatever it might be, you're working yourself up to maybe be like, okay, I'm going to leave you now. But all I'm saying is the stage is being set because you're not happy in your relationship.
But
you're not happy with cheating. Your spouse.
The stage should be set to leave. Because in their case, if this dude gets caught cheating, chances are her whole family is going to give him a family style ass whooping. And that might be with knives. You just never know. So he better tread fucking lightly. I would get out of that situation.
Disrespecting this man.
Jess, you really don't think that someone could be driven to like cheat if they're not getting something at home? I mean, I get you're right.
Driven, but it's still
it is a choice. Like at the end of the day,
you're saying more.
Yes,
yeah,
it is a choice.
Jess is saying more.
Life is all about choices.
About leaving the relationship. If you're unhappy or you're being pushed in this way, just leave the relationship.
Right.
And
but I understand it.
Easier said than done.
I understand it, but it's like, I don't know. It's just even worse to do something like that. Just leave the relationship.
I don't even think you win either if you just leave the relationship, especially if you're married, because then it's like, oh, you're leaving your family. You don't want to, especially like if kids are involved. It's like, oh, now you're deserting your family, and I feel like as the dude, you don't win. Like
he left his family the moment he went into somebody else's vagina. So I have no pity for someone like that. Oh God, his family's being broke apart. He chose that life.
But in this situation, what drove him to the vagina was the woman not being the woman that he thought he had.
I'm pretty sure this has been going on their entire
So that's what I'm saying. Now there has to be some accountability on both sides.
There does. But again,
she's leaving the family too by disrespecting.
Well, shit, maybe she's cheating on him. Maybe she
is. So that's what I'm saying.
You never fucking know.
Well, y'all, what about the twist though? What if she's complaining, right, to the family, and she's saying, she complains to her sister. Plot twist, he ends up sleeping with the sister because the sister's like, I see she doesn't treat you right. She talks to me about you all the time. And he fucks the sister. Like, ooh, that's a Tyler Perry
I thought
movie.
about that from the gate, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was thinking the same thing, Kel. Grow fist.
I would never think of anything like that. That is so out of my wheelhouse. Maybe he's gonna fuck her sister. The sister's gonna fuck.
Because she don't appreciate
Tyler Perry.
She don't appreciate the work that he's putting in and all the effort that he's putting into this to her sister, and then she come back and all she can do is talk about the negative.
Shout out to Tyler Perry, by the way. He pretty much owns BET and the OWN network, and all of his shows appear to be the exact same show. Okay.
Shout out with a little bit of hate. I like it.
It's not hating. It's like,
hey,
damn.
but like for real though, like I've heard of those, like, I mean, I don't personally know, but like I've heard of those stories of like, the girl's best friend ends up sleeping with the dude because she sees how bad the best friend treats the dude and doesn't think that the dude she deserves the dude and I'll treat you better type of shit. I wouldn't put that past them.
You know what? That is plausible, especially the best friend thing, because that does, they'll
happens.
swoop in a fucking heartbeat. Well, not like that, but
they will.
I mean, not like that. You guys aren't. That's not your best friend, then, right? But there are trifling ass hoes that will pretend to be your friend and swoop in on your husband.
There could be seasons
in any vulnerable moment
friendship.
Or anything.
Maybe at that point they decided that your friendship was over and they would rather move on with your person or your spouse, your man or woman. So
that's real talk. I'd rather move on with your dude.
Or the best friend
complaining and shit,
or the best friend has always been known to be a hoe. That friend that's like, God, my best friend, she's a hoe. Like, she's always been a hoe. And then she sleeps with her dude and it's just like, oh my God, like, how could you? And it's like, I should have expected that from you. You're a hoe. You sleep with everybody. You just can't help yourself.
It was a decision, right?
You're giving Tyler Perry more ideas.
You need to be writing this down, Kel.
Think about it though. We've all heard or known of that girl that
absolutely,
and she just can't help it. She just can't fucking help it and can't keep her fucking legs closed.
The thirst.
And does some shit like that.
Sticky fingers, sticky vagina. Is that a thing?
It could be.
I just made it a thing. Yeah. In that case, I would have to whoop her ass and whoop his ass simultaneously.
But again, where's the accountability? If you don't want the man, you talking down on him.
Just because she's talking shit about him doesn't mean she doesn't want. Remember, she might thrive off that kind of shit.
And he's asking her to stop, though. She's doing her own thing as if she's the only one in the relationship, though.
But okay.
So
he's asked her to stop, but like, in what context? Like what did they sit down and have like a real? Was he really honest and vulnerable about his feelings and how he feels disrespected?
Doesn't matter, he just has to respect his feelings when he's like, yo, can you stop doing that? Stop doing it. And I shouldn't have to explain it to you a certain way, some different way, or, if
he shouldn't have to explode.
All right.
And then beat down the door.
You tell me to stop doing it. I'm just going to be like, hey, girl. Hey.
See, that's disrespectful.
I'm going to go into the corner. I'm going to take you into the bedroom. Like, serious. Take my sister, my mom. Come here. And talk shit about you then.
That's a choice. Sorry. But then if he hears about it or it gets back, that's what I'm saying. That's
the thing. It shouldn't get back. If you're confiding in your family like that, it shouldn't get back to him.
Why are you continuing to do it, though, if your person says stop?
So how does he even know?
Because he's doing it
while
he's there. And then he overheard
I call my mom and I vent to my mother at times sometimes my friends about him, and I do not expect it to come back.
You used to do it more, and I've asked you to stop. So I don't know. I don't hear it. You've got very clever. You've gotten good because you've cleaned it up a little bit.
Wait a minute. You asked me to stop?
I did.
What was I doing to you? Just because you don't talk about anything to anyone, why do I have to shut up?
I asked
if I have a problem and I can't go to you
I asked you to bring
discuss
it down.
I got to go to somebody.
I asked you to bring it down, and you did. Or I felt like. Maybe you didn't. But if I'm on the spectrum of not saying anything, well, again, you're on the other side.
I was talking about backfiring. It'll backfire if I tell my mom some really...
We've talked about it.
She will throw that shit right back in my face.
That we've talked about that I'm on this end and you're on this end. Where we're polar opposites. Right? So we need to meet somewhere in the middle.
But I want to know what I was doing.
I can't remember. Too much conversation. Too much. I'm not a conversation guy about me.
Duh.
I'm not there. So don't do it.
How do you know, though?
I don't. But...
All right.
I did. I've heard you, so.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen you.
I go into my closet, so.
Jess, you've never thought when venting do you ever think about like, okay, this can possibly change the perspective people have on my dude? Yeah,
that's what's called, that shit backfires. You're just venting, and then they're like, oh, but you told me that he ain't shit, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it can change the perspective. But my mother personally, I think she loves him more than she loves me. I just told him on Monday.
Too much venting.
That she loves him so much. He can do no wrong. I can even vent to her and she'll still be like, well... And it's like,
go Gigi.
Are you going to take my side?
Gigi.
I don't even get it. Well, so it's a little bit different with my mom, but I could see with my friends, it definitely tainting their view.
I have a question for you guys. Like, do you guys ever think, and not just in your own relationship, but just even with this, this situation that we're discussing in this email, do you ever think that maybe this isn't those people's business, and maybe this is the business of like a therapist, instead of like just going and like every, issue, or if there's a major problem, instead of going and venting to this very like biased, is going to be biased person, and instead of doing that, going and speaking to a therapist and actually like getting like legit help instead of like the homie.
I told you in the beginning, those are her free therapists.
But a real therapist, Jessica. Like,
well, somebody needs to say that. Somebody needs to say, maybe he needs to say that. I recommend we go to therapy because, bitch, you have a problem and it's pissing me off. We didn't need to go to therapy. Apparently I toned it down a bit.
People's vent and they talk to people and they get they're usually dealing with, in most situations, people that are going to tell them what they want to hear, right? The free therapist or the homie is usually somebody that's similar to you.
Biased opinion.
Yeah, that's a biased opinion. And sometimes people just tell you what you want to hear. In most situations, people don't want to go back and forth and argue and do all that kind of stuff and tell you that you're wrong and you need to change. Obviously, there's nobody telling this young lady this, right. But that's how it goes. The women get together and they kind of team up, they posse up and they
blah, blah.
Jump on the guy and it's a guy bashing party and they have wine and they dance and do the electric slide and all that shit, right? And
what? This isn't waiting to exhale.
But it's not real feedback. They're not looking from both sides. That's why if you do, or if we see something or we hear something about somebody else, I always say, be careful of just hearing one side of the story.
Yeah,
I'm always like, okay,
he's always
that's
like,
the lady's story. That's the lady's story.
I don't even need his side of the story because I can see.
You got to be careful if you're only getting one side of the story.
You know what? My intuition is very on point a lot of the time. And I know some fuck shit. And he's like, well, there's two sides to every story.
There is.
And I'm just sometimes there's not.
Don't go jumping off the bridge without hearing all the information.
There's not. There's only one side.
That's true. That can be true. And
it's normally the side I'm on.
Of course.
And it's the right side.
There's your side, there's his side, and then there's the truth.
Yeah.
Because you know why though? Because you're not seeing it from his perspective and he's not seeing it from your perspective. And that's where the truth falls in.
Right. But some people can be wrong in between that too. It can still be one side, one-sided. I swear. Especially in the situations that we're talking about, you know the deal. You're just trying to defend.
I'm not trying to defend.
Yeah, you are. Yes, he is.
I'm just cautious. I don't get off the fence unless I got all the information.
I've taken a lot of time. I've observed. I just don't. Well, I do make.
You're usually ready to go.
Harsh judgments, right?
You're usually ready to go.
I have been around the whole situation for a very long time. And this is my assessment after so many years.
Okay.
Especially when nothing has changed. And this person has done all of the things needed.
Checked all the boxes.
Right.
Yeah.
Has done a lot of self-exploration and healing and all that kind of stuff. And that's one-sided when the other person isn't doing the fucking same. So I win.
What do you guys think this guy should do? Like where can we help? Because what do you think? Do you think that maybe he should make the suggestion of, hey, instead of you going and telling your family, I'm working this second side gig as DoorDash to make more money, so I will pay for you to get a therapist that you could go and vent to?
I think that's a pretty good.
Well, it depends on
suggestion. I don't think she'll do it.
I was going to say it depends on if they're open.
That's
to
too
therapy
uncomfortable for her. It seems like her energy is more, I need to be in control of the situation. I need to get away from him so he can't.
Marcus hates her.
Tell the truth.
I know you can. It's so biased. It's so biased.
So
he hates her.
She wants to get in like a closed room and make sure that he's not in the room and tell all the business, but he can't even defend himself, and she loves it. She loves it that way. So if she
please, as soon as he asks her, I'm going to take some of my Uber money and let's get a therapist and talk it out. Girl, mom, guess what this dude did? It's going to be.
Damn
he
shame.
Said, so it'll be.
Can't win.
Yeah. Can't win for losing.
Like he said, damned if I do, damned if I don't.
Damn.
It's a loose.
It's a loose situation. Okay, so Kel, there's a story behind this. My best friend and I, we always say it's a loose situation. So we were in Mexico, and we probably only had three kids at this point.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we were fighting. And he was sending me, I was with my best friend. I went to her room because I was really pissed off. And he sends me a text trying to tell me off. And he's like, it's a lose-lose situation, but he spelled it L-O-O-S-E, L-O-O-S-E. And ever since then, we're it's a lose-lose situation.
And I hate it deep down. I hate it.
We still do it.
Yeah.
And it's been 10 years. So it's a loose situation. Shout out to Erica.
That's hella funny.
Yeah. So I don't know. He can suggest it, but I'm pretty sure she's going to talk shit about that. So I don't know if there's really you know what? He can do it back.
Nah, just put it yourself out there. Put your feelings out there. Let her know that this ain't cool. This ain't what I signed up for. If she don't comply, then
he can kind of show her what it feels like.
Nah, that's
by going to his family or his friends.
That's counterproductive and a waste of time and energy.
Sometimes
waste of time and energy. It may feel good in the moment, but in the long term, you could be finding somebody else.
Sometimes that'll make somebody shut the fuck up when it's done to them.
That's true. But he's wasting his time, though, and energy. You don't want to stoop down to the...
Okay, so our advice is get divorced.
Nah.
Just kidding.
Swing for the fences one last time to see what's up. Kind of go from there. If you love this girl, sound like he loves this woman, and put yourself out there, man, and be like, I need you to really get yourself together. For me, if you can't do it,
or you just gotta you just
deal
put up
with
it. That's just the dynamics of your relationship. Sometimes that's
I don't believe
what it
in
is.
that. I don't believe in that
either.
No, I do.
I don't believe in
that.
What do you mean? Some people have that type of dynamic. That is like a reality, though.
That's unhealthy.
That's so toxic. I'm not
it
going
is
to be
toxic.
married to that.
Do you know how many motherfuckers is in toxic relationships?
I know, and
so
it's not healthy.
Just,
it's not healthy at all.
Yeah, you know why? You're right, Jess. There's a lot of motherfuckers that are in toxic relationships, and that's why this podcast has been able to last as long as it has.
Facts.
Well,
damn. Well, good conversation, y'all. There is something in this episode that I feel like this poor man will be able to walk away with something.
I think so. I think we got him.
Walk away. No,
damn.
okay.
Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. Remember, if you have any questions that you want to ask us and you want our professional advice, you just email us, trulyunrulypodcast@gmail.com, or you can DM us on our Instagram page at trulyunruly_podcast. Remember, follow these guys, Marcus and Jessica Trufant on IG, and you can listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform. Remember to leave a review, and subscribe. And of course, YouTube now has a new podcasting feature. I don't know if you guys knew this.
Shut up.
Yes, so now you can listen to us on YouTube Podcasts. Just search Truly Unruly Podcast, and of course, the visual is just on regular YouTube, just searching Truly Unruly Podcast, or you can search Marcus Trufant or Jessica Trufant and catch us every Sunday on Converge. That's a mouthful. Pause. I think that's everything.
We got one more, Kel.
What's up?
Don't forget about the TikTok.
Oh, shoot. Yes, and you can follow us on TikTok, trulyunruly_podcast on TikTok. I forgot we was on TikTok. Our TikTok's popping too, actually. Mm-hmm. It's like it's lit. So yeah, follow us on TikTok also. Thank you, Marcus. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. Till next time, peace and much love.